How is the moon floating in the sky? Is it because of gravity or the lack of it? Does a just-born human baby swim? We all know that seawater contains salt, but does it contain gold as well? What is the science behind a human eye seeing over 16 million colors? Well, what actually is science? Is it just a bundle of theories? Why is science so important? Is it because science questions everything in the world, or that it has the answers to all those questions? Or is it simply because science is a vast, expansive ocean of innumerable possibilities? What is the essence of science? Authority has no role in science. Claim and evidence take its place. Who told us this? Dr. Multipus. As a curious young boy, he set out on a journey to explore his favorite subject, science. Today, he is in an underwater lab he set up. Does he really exist? Well, that's for you to explore.
The driver for Discovered was actually one in which I strongly believe that our ability to understand the world is predicated on using scientific temperament. And the scientific temperament is basically using the processes, the knowledge, and the practices to basically make something more human and more understandable to us, as opposed to leaving it in an abstract form. This, for me, is actually one of the most important elements of the Discovered program, in which we were able to encapsulate some of these thoughts in this process.
Science is at the heart of being human, and at Discovered, we develop this ability in each and every child.
Dr. Multipus brings original science problems and challenges children to solve them, engaging them better. To bind these experiences to textbooks, Dr. Multipus requires students do a pre-assignment. Games engage children far better than traditional learning sessions. By creating teams and engaging them in competition, we develop their ability to work in teams, take decisions, and ownership of their learning. Every team has 4 members. Each is assigned a defining role, modeled on things that real scientists do. Imagine a microbiologist without a microscope, or an optician without an optical bench. Real science requires sophisticated technology. We bring in innovations from around the world that are powerful yet simple enough for children to handle.
Being an associate for the Discovered program, we are not just science teachers but explorers as well. We work with students side by side, facilitating their learning with the right questions and procedures.
The most important thing, I think, is that we are focused at making children self-learners. So what is important there is that we want to equip every child with some skills and some processes that are very important to do science and to learn science in their own ways. Right? Some of these skills, like for example scientific questioning or ability to communicate what you have found, even to reason based on evidence and not trusting textbooks blindly, are some of the things that we want children to develop. And I think this is at the core of what we do.
We encourage scientific questioning. Every query is evaluated for its specificity and relevance. For a scientist, thoughts always precede action. By encouraging children to plan before they act, Discovered creates opportunities for scientific thinking. The fundamental truth of science is that it only trusts evidence and not authority. In science, what is right today may be proven wrong, inaccurate, or incomplete tomorrow, based on new evidence that scientists gather.
So in Discovered, we give students real life based challenges wherein they see, okay, this is the concept which I have studied already in my class, and this is how it is useful for us in our daily life. So I see the application, and when the child does that investigation, they'll not be, craving for a right answer, because here we make them understand and make them aware that there is no right answer for any investigation. The answers are either valid or invalid, but they are valid and invalid based on what observations they have, what evidence they have collected.
A scientist's work is as good as incomplete if the findings are not documented. We encourage and reward students for taking out time to record their findings in their own words at the end of each investigation. Just like the sea knows no boundaries and the clouds have no specific shape as they drift, we believe every solution is organic and evolving, just like Mother Nature. By the end of the program, we believe we will transform students into young scientists who enjoy solving real problems of society, scientists who will blossom to be harbingers of a future where nothing will seem impossible.